Welcome back, my viewers, to another episode of Ghost Mysteries. I'm your host, Steven, and I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but this time I'm going to be talking about one of the most haunted houses in California that is located in San Diego, California, and it is called the Whaley House. And why the Whaley House is so haunted is because there were people that actually were convicted of crimes. Like, the Whaley House served as a jail, at least what people say. Um, and someone named Jim Robinson was actually, he was a criminal, and he was actually convicted and hung where the house actually, stands. And the house was built with bricks, I'm thinking, maybe in the 1800s, maybe 1960s. Well, of course, the Whaley family lived there in 1960. Um, so today it actually serves as a museum. So what happened there is the Whaley family didn't live there until the 1960s. So before then, it was served as a jail. It was, I'm thinking it was a mansion. The house, it was used for a lot of stuff. And when people go there, they actually, hear strange noises, like they hear, some running up the stairs. And then, they actually, hear voices. And Jim Robinson, or Yankee Jim, was just one of them. And as it turns out, I can tell you about the Whaley family, and here's actually what the Whaley family looks like right there. And here, let me tell you some about it, because when I talk, I can't necessarily remember anything. Okay, so located at 2476 San Diego Avenue, the Whaley House may not look like anything special, but it's twice been called the most haunted house in America. Once by Time magazine, the other by the Travel Channel series America's Most Haunted. So what makes this unassuming two-story brick house in historic Old Town San Diego? So, in historic Old Town San Diego. Okay, almost lost my place. Sorry, guys. Such a locus of supernatural activity. The house has a long and at times tragic history. Over the years, it has acted as a granary, San Diego's first commercial theater, and the county courthouse. In addition to housing the Whaley family from 1857 until 1885, and again between 1909 and 1953, built by family patriarch Thomas Whaley. So yes, Thomas Whaley was one of them that built it. With bricks from his own brickyard. The Whaley House was the first two-story brick building in San Diego and remains a classic example of mid-19th century Greek revival architecture. In 1960, it was added to the State Register of Historic Landmarks and opened to the public as a museum. So, okay, to find the origins of the Whaley House hauntings, you have to go back farther than the house itself. Before the bricks were laid, the ground where the Whaley House would be built was used as a makeshift gallows. So yes, the house like, it was used as a gallows, okay? In 1852, James Yankee Jim Robinson was convicted of attempted larceny and hanged in the back of a wagon over the spot where the house now stands. And now, the thing is, I can't really go to the Whaley house, guys, so that's why I'm all talking about it. But I'll try to make a video for you guys when I actually do go there in the future. So just gotta like wait, you guys. It's like hopefully not too long from today. I'll actually be able to go there. Uh, before okay, yeah. Using the gallows. Okay. In 1852, James Yankee Jim Robinson was convicted of attempted larceny and hanged in the back of a wagon. Okay, we already talked about that. Again, over the spot where the house now stands. According to newspaper accounts of the time, Yankee Jim kept his feet on the wagon as long as he could, and when he was finally pulled off, he swung back and forth like a pendulum until he strangled to death. Yeah, this poor man. But you know what happens when you're convicted? That's how stuff was back in the days. Uh, Punishments would include like hanging. It would include like a lot of stuff. There was a lot of terrible punishments back in those days, everyone, and hanging was one of them. And of course, I don't think they really chopped off heads back then. They could have, but you could like they would like probably drown you to death. They would like do like execution by like electric chair, which they still do today, but it's one of the harshest and most like critical ways of like execution. Nowadays they do like injecting with like drugs and stuff. They would put a needle in your arm and all. Thomas Whaley witnessed the execution, but didn't let that deter him from buying the property to build his family home in 1857, almost as soon as the family home as oh gosh, okay. Almost as soon as the family moved in, they began to hear heavy footsteps moving through the house. Oh, so they they witnessed stuff too. As soon as the family moved in, they began to hear heavy footsteps moving through the house, which Thomas Whaley said sounded like they were made by the boots of a large man. Eventually, the family concluded that these footsteps were the work of the ghost of Yankee Jim. Yankee Jim wasn't the last death that the Whaley house would see. The Whaley's infant son, Thomas Whaley Jr., died of scarlet fever in the house when he was only 18 months old. Years later, I keep getting this all messed up. Okay, died of scarlet fever in the house when he was only 18 months old. Years later, 1852, the Whaley daughter, Violet, married a man who turned out to be a con artist who left in the midst of their honeymoon. Gonna try not to get my eyes off of this, cause then I miss my place. Okay, a dejected Violet returned to San Diego without her husband. She never fully recovered from the scandal, and in 1885 she committed suicide in the house by shooting herself in the chest with her father's gun. She left behind a suicide note composed of lines from the Thomas Hood poem Bridge of Sighs. Alright, so, guys, that's basically what happened. So, I don't necessarily know if they did rituals in the house or not, but that's basically what happened. So the Whaleys were witnessing a lot of stuff. Like they were witnessing spiritual activity in the house also, and it seems like the house was actually like built from ground up with bricks. It was handmade. A lot of the houses back then were like handmade, and still today people hand make their own houses and all. So like I said before, or that I not said before, I'm remaking this video. Um, the house now serves as a museum, so you can go there and actually experience the paranormal yourself. Um, you can hear footsteps going up and down the stairs. You can possibly hear the heavy footsteps of Yankee Jim, who was executed by hanging. Because where the house stands today is actually where like the gallows was. And maybe you can even hear like the voices and footsteps of Mr. Whaley and his wife, Mrs. Whaley, in that house, in their like 18-month-old son, maybe the crying, but yeah, that was the history. It seems like people actually like hear stuff and see like maybe apparitions of these people, but yeah. So that's all of that for now. Hopefully you guys can let me know anything that you guys maybe know about the Whaley House that you can teach me. That's all I really read so far, and it is one of America's most haunted houses, other than like the Lizzie Borden house and the Amityville house and all. Next time I will be talking about the Conjuring house, that I think is in Rhode Island. I think. I'm gonna have to see. But that's all I got for now. If you like that video, make sure to subscribe. Also, you guys do have permission from me to share my videos with your guys' friends or family. I would like to at least have 15 subscribers. I am stuck at 7 right now, but those who did subscribe, thank you so much, and see you on the ghost trail. Bye bye.